Today I want to share with you guys my top 5 tips to get started on your fitness journey as soon as you head out of the video. Not only get started, but be able to maintain it as a lifestyle, okay? Unfortunately, people who don't understand number 1 set themselves up for failure before they even start. Hey guys, my name's Graydon and welcome back to my channel. We're gonna get right into it with tip number 1 because it is crucial to understand. It's all good starting your fitness journey, but you wanna be able to maintain that as a lifestyle. And tip number 1 is having realistic expectations of your results. So what do I mean by that? You might be thinking, how am I supposed to have realistic expectations of my results if I can't tell the future, if I don't know what I'm gonna look like? And the key is to compare yourself to yourself. Don't compare yourself to another YouTuber's transformation or somebody else's body transformation, because everybody doesn't transform the same, all right? We all have different metabolisms. So if you compare yourself to somebody else and you don't achieve those results, eventually you're gonna give up, all right? You're gonna lose motivation to keep working. And if you do that, you lose. If you never give up, you can't lose. That's gotta be a quote somewhere. So what I suggest you do is go right now, pause the video, take a picture. It might be tough. You might not like where your body's at, but just know that these are gonna be the worst pictures that you take. Anything from here on out, you're gonna compare to these pictures and you're gonna see a transformation and it's gonna keep motivating you, all right? It might be 2 to 4 weeks before you start realizing that you see those external changes in your pictures. So what you need to focus on is the internal changes. And that is each time you go on a walk or maybe you work out, you're gonna realize that it's getting easier because you're getting in shape to start working out. And you need to bounce off of those internal changes to motivate you until you start getting those pictures that ultimately will keep you along your journey. All right, guys, tip number 2 for me is increasing your daily steps, all right? Get out, get moving. While you're watching the rest of this video, get up and just start walking. The more you move, the more calories you're gonna burn throughout the day. And at the end of the week, you're actually gonna notice a difference. You're gonna feel skinnier because you're burning more fat because you're moving more. So it's one of my personal favorite for fat loss and getting started because it's not really hard on your body. You're not going 3-4 times cardio a week. You don't wanna burn yourself out too early. So what I suggest you guys to do if you're just getting started out is just start tracking your steps, okay? Now I know MyFitnessPal recommends 10,000 daily steps, which might be easy for some people, but realistically it's hard for some people, especially starting out. So if you start tracking your steps, you're able to make sure you're slowly increasing your steps. So that's a goal you might be able to hit over time. As long as you're moving more than the day before, you're gonna notice a difference. So walking is one of my favorite forms of exercises to lose fat. I don't like running, and whenever I associate that with cardio, it makes me not want to do it. So I get out and I get my walks in, or I go down on my treadmill and get the walks in there. And walking, you burn just as many calories as you do working out. Honestly, if I push myself walking in 30 minutes, I can burn 400 calories. And in a workout, 30 minutes, I might be pushing 100, 150 on a hard session. Especially in lockdown with the gyms being closed, this is the absolute perfect time to get out and go on a walk. If you're just getting started, 5-10 minutes a day, just increasing those steps is gonna make a big difference, all right? At the end of the week, you will notice fat loss, and on top of it all, it's not too taxing on your body, and everybody can increase their steps daily. All right, a couple hacks to do that: park farther away at the grocery store when you go. If you like shopping, you walk around at the mall, park farther away from the mall, walk to the mall, do your shopping. It's just those little extra steps will add up. You just gotta find time in your day to do it. Maybe if you're brushing your teeth, instead of looking at yourself in the mirror for 2 minutes, get those 2 minutes to walk. It might seem a little excessive, but it does add up for tip number 2, all right, guys? So increase those steps, and it's gonna help you start along your journey and start seeing progress. We're gonna get into step number 3, which is, all right, guys, tip number 3, not step number 3, is slowly implement healthy foods into your diet. Now, if you have a bad diet right now and you're eating a lot of refined carbs and processed foods, then you're not gonna wanna cold turkey that diet right away because you're not gonna be able to sustain it over a period of time. Eventually, you're gonna give in to those cravings of your old diet and wanna go back to it. The goal is to slowly implement meals, find out what you like, and start eating them every day. Make it a part of a lifestyle that you can maintain year round, so you're not just building up that body you want and then going back to your old ways. If you're gonna start swapping out one meal a day, I would consider breakfast, because you're gonna have more energy throughout the day. You're gonna be more full longer when you eat a good breakfast, and you're not gonna be able to eat as much. All right, so I'm gonna share with you guys one breakfast that you can switch out. Maybe if you're eating fast food or waiting until 2 p.m. to get your first meal of the day in. This is a great breakfast that you can eat, low in calories, and fills you up for a long period of time. Dude.
starting to get fucking annoying.
All right, guys, so through trial and error, you'll find out that you start liking these type of breakfasts a lot better than this kind of breakfast here. And I would say this is the traditional American breakfast. We have 3 pieces of turkey bacon and 3 pieces of turkey sausage, 1 cup of spinach, 2 eggs, and 4 servings of egg whites. And this plate, this whole entire plate here amounts to 515 calories. And this Egg McMuffin, which is another traditional American breakfast, and you can't get it without the hash brown. This here alone is 450 calories, and this is 144. So this goes to 594 calories total, and they make them smaller, I'm pretty sure, by the day. How is this gonna fill you up like that? It won't. And here you have, I'm gonna read it here, you have 69 grams of protein, 6 carbohydrates, and 20 grams of fat. And in this one here, you only have 22 grams of protein, you have 45 grams of carbs, and 36 grams of fat, all right? So this is gonna have you more full longer, and it's less calories. You're gonna have more energy eating this. And if you eat this, you're gonna be less full, it has more calories, and it's honestly garbage. You're gonna feel like crap in 2 hours or even an hour and wanna eat again, or you're gonna wanna eat more right after this. So the key is to eat more protein and less fat. In protein, there is 4 calories per gram, and in fat, there's 9 calories per gram. So if there's more fat in this, there's gonna be more calories, and it's not gonna be as much food as this. This looks like a lot more food because it's more protein, but it's actually less calories. And while we're on it, the more protein you eat, you'll actually be burning more energy while trying to break that down. Your body, when it breaks down protein and tries to store it as fat, is using more energy as to when it's breaking down fat and storing it to fat. So the more protein you eat, actually the more calories you are burning. And all this ties into volume eating, and that is eating more food that is less calories. So more food, less calories, less food, more calories. These are high calorie dense foods, and the more you eat of these, before you know it, your calories are gonna be up around 3,000. That's just a little tip to get started. Start trying to do this with 1 meal a day that you can switch out, eat more protein, less calories, and you'll realize that you've got more energy, you're more full, and you just feel better throughout your day. And over time, after doing this, like I said, you don't want to cut out the Egg McMuffins and these right away, because eventually you're going to go back to it and crave it, all right? So over time, you're going to realize you start liking eating this better, and you're going to use that as your diet throughout the years to come. And that is the goal in the end, to maintain a diet that you love and enjoy throughout the years to keep the body that you want, or not even the body that you want, just the health that you have to live longer and a happier, healthier life. All right, guys, so that is tip number 3, and only if you do these 3 tips, you're gonna see a dramatic difference throughout the year and be able to sustain a healthy lifestyle, all right? So before we get into tip number 4, I'm gonna make sure I throw these out and they don't tempt me to eat them, because I need to eat the healthy breakfast. All right, guys, I almost forgot to tell you, low-calorie sauce, this is just Chipotle hot sauce. I get extra every time I go to use on my eggs so they don't get too bland, all right? So you wanna be able to switch it up, maybe switch up hot sauces, whatever your low calorie is, to switch up the taste a little bit is another nice hack. All right, guys, we've hopped in the car. We're gonna head off and grab Starbucks. Be careful to not drink all of your calories. You wanna get a low calorie. I'm gonna get a vanilla Americano. I know that they run around 20 calories without the vanilla. Just don't wanna be getting like caramel macchiatos every day, drinking 300 calories. But those are for my coffee freaks. Tip number 4, if you stayed till this point in the video, this is my top used tip that truly did keep me going, and it ties in with motivation and it's an idea. But number 4 is Partner Up program. My basement has my gym in it, okay? So I come down literally and lift in my gym, in my garage, and there were days where I would tell myself, you're too sore, you deserve a day off, you just worked so hard the last 3 days. And in my actual workout plan or program, I would have a scheduled lift that day, but that other voice in my head would kind of convince me to take it easy on myself. But if you have a partner, they will push you on days that you don't feel motivated, and you get that text that says, what time are we lifting, or when are we getting going? You don't want to be the one that says, oh, I'm too sore, you know, we might deserve a day off. That you don't want to be that guy. So your partner is going to give you that motivation to keep going and push yourself on the days that you're off. And if you're just getting started working out, lifting, weightlifting, you haven't been to the gym at all, having a partner come with you is 10 times less scary. If you don't know how to lift weights or what exercises work which muscles, you can go figure that out with your partner at the gym. Just start picking up weights, putting them down. You're gonna get stronger, and you don't have to feel scared to go do that by yourself. Now, having a partner isn't a make or break your fitness journey, okay? If you're by yourself, that is okay too. There's YouTube videos that you can look up and learn how to lift. And ultimately, when you go to the gym, you have to just not worry about what other people think. If you don't look at other people, you're not even gonna know if they're looking at you. So don't worry about what they think. Keep your head down in the gym and just keep yourself motivated. Throw in some earbuds. Don't worry, like that's another huge tip. Do not care what other people think. And a huge tip to that is if you stop judging other people, you're gonna stop worrying about people judging you. It's just it comes hand in hand over time, right? So tip number 4, partner up program, but do not be scared if you don't have a partner, all right? Because you can do it on your own. Let's go get some Starbucks and jump into tip number 5. All right, guys, the Starbucks has been acquired. Normally I get the iced venti Americano, but this time I have a hot one with almond milk. I got it last time on accident and it was 10 times better. But honestly, if you're trying to save money, don't do this. Make it at home. I have a gift card, so it makes it okay. But we're gonna get into tip number 5, and that is keeping your family, your roommates, whoever you live with, keeping them in the loop. It's okay to wanna start getting in shape, and telling the people around you will make it 10 times easier, all right? Don't feel weird. Don't think that they're gonna judge you for wanting to switch up your lifestyle. Hopefully they want to too, or already are. For example, your mom in the house, which I do, is starting to switch up her lifestyle. She's starting to meal prep like the chicken and the lean meats for me for my dinner. So whenever I go home, I just throw potatoes or rice in the microwave, and it's easy for me, and I'm right out the door. It makes it a lot easier whenever someone else in your household is on it with you, at least for time consuming and meal prep wise. But if they're not, that's okay too. Just ask them if they could please hide the sweets and the sugars and everything else that they're eating from you. I know it might suck at first knowing that food's being hidden from you, but if you don't know it's there, then you're not gonna worry about it, and you're gonna find that over time you start to prefer the foods that are making you feel good anyway. So I'm gonna slam the rest of this coffee, get to work, and I hope you guys learned something new today. If you did, please consider subscribing below. I'm gonna have more helpful content like this one in the future. All right, guys, thank you, peace.